Okay, so we're now approaching the middle of December, so I thought it was about time I gave a little update where we are at the moment in terms of our health, our well-being, where the house build is, how the damaged table repair saga went. So that's just a little update today. The weather seems lovely, so it's time to get out and go for a bit of a walk. That's just looking across at the Fournier, which basically was just a cave system that's collapsed in the past, but it's a really lovely walk in there now, and in the winter there's a waterfall that comes out of the cliffside and then cascades down the valley over a bigger waterfall. It's just beautiful. And then you've got it's called the Cove of Alvardos, which is just an escarpment of limestone. And then into the distance there you've got some more cave systems. One is the caves of Alvardos, and then just over the hillside you've got the Sant Antonio caves, which are quite spectacular, but it hasn't got the wow factor that the cave systems in the Serra de Aire have just down the road. That system, we went into that with our friends, and I was quite blown away. It's a longer system of caves, and you just keep going down and down and down into the ground, and you're just wowed by the rock formations and the colours, and it's just beautiful. The formations, the waterfalls, everything, it's just stunning. And of course, it being Portuguese, they light everything up and have safe walkways, and it's just spectacular. And you just keep going down and down and down. And at one stage you get a little bit worried. You're thinking, oh, I'm 60 years old, there's no way I'm going to be able to climb out of this. And then you get to the very bottom and along an underground river, and there in front of you is a lift that takes you back to the surface. It's the best looking lift you've ever seen in your life, because you're worried at that stage that you're going to have to turn around and walk back up, and it's a long way down. Just coming out of the back end of Alcaria now, and there's two fairly new builds here that are actually quite stunning. We've watched this one in front here go up from just a hole in the ground, really. It's going to be quite a spectacular house when it's finished. Yeah, very beautiful, very modern construction, and absolutely stunning, really. Someone's still working in there now, outside grill area, and look at the view he's got. That's just stunning. Lovely, looking over the Fournier. Okay, so just on a bit of a bimble. I've been getting a bit lazy over the last few weeks. We did a little bit of clearing up on the land and collecting some firewood and cutting back the grass, getting rid of brambles, and that was fairly hard work, but the days are getting shorter, and the weather is getting a little bit wetter. It's rained on a couple of occasions, so I've been taking a few days off doing nothing really. And the weather has been really nice today, so I thought, right, it's time to take a bit of a walk. The girls are busy decorating the room with Christmas trees and baubles and Christmas decorations, so not for me. I thought I'd get out for a walk. instead. So here I am. What else was I going to cover? Oh yeah, the health. My vertigo problem is getting better. I do 2 sets of therapy treatments at the hospital in Leiria every week up until sort of mid-January, I think, is the last session. But it seems to be helping. My balance is improving all the time, and it seems to be working, so that's good. The damaged coffee table, if you remember a couple of videos back, we dropped it off at an second-hand antique shop, just the other side of Alcobaça, and we went there to have a look around that with our friends, not really to find out whether the table was ready, but just to have a look around at some furniture, which our friends loved the place and decided on the spot to buy some furniture there. And the bloke was saying, when they said the address, he said, "Oh, I've got that address already on a bit of paper because I have a client who wants a table fixing." So we explained that was us, and he suddenly remembered. So he said that when they delivered our friend's furniture, he was going to try get our table fixed and delivered at the same time. And top trumps, he came up a tree, and the table arrived. The damage, hopefully I'll be showing it on some B-roll on the film, some before and after. The repairs were really good. I'm quite impressed. It stands flush, and he actually said that the repaired part of the leg will be stronger than the other 2 legs now. So result, I think, is the outcome of that. Very pleased. So that was brilliant. I'm going uphill now, so you might hear some heavy breathing. Yeah, very pleased. The house, we have had the final paperwork from the local house planning department, which means that all that's left to do now is that the architect needs to present his insurance and his certificates and some other bits of paperwork, and we need to pay a bill which covers the building permit, etc. So all we're doing now is waiting for our architects to get that paperwork in. The letter arrived a couple of weeks ago, and they have 30 days in which to comply with that, so we're hoping that they're getting the paperwork submitted very shortly. And then I think there's about, just have a breather, just have a bit of a breather. Yeah, so once the architect submitted that, there's about 30 days wait before they issue the building permit. But once they issue the building permit, they're all ready to go. They can start work straight away. It's a 12-month contract, so I'm going to say this now, we should be in by next Christmas. Ta-da, I've said it now. So, but this being Portugal, we'll just have to wait and see. So that's looking fairly positive. Yeah, everything's going in the right direction. Apart from this blooming COVID situation, which I hope will resolve itself at some stage. I think we'll just need to get a yearly jab, same as you do for flu really, and battle the virus that way. I think that's the only way. We just have to learn to live with it. Okay, that's enough of me talking for now, so I'll just run you through a little bit of the walk. Might be speeded up at times, and a few stops for breathers because I'm a bit out of shape. Speak to you later. Okay, just stopped on the track here. There's quite a bit of disturbance here, which is a sure sign of wild boar rutting and snouting away all the earth. So lots of wild boar around here. I don't think I'll see any because they're quite elusive, but certainly lots of signs of them around here. Okay, alright, a bit further up. Deep breath and carry on. Lots of horse manure along this trail, which is not surprising because it's just up the road from the riding school at the top end of Alcaria. So obviously this is one of their main trails when they're coming out. So it's been a very pleasant walk so far. Lovely weather. The heat in the sun is quite striking, but I know as Brits go on about the weather a lot, but the difference between the sun and the temperature in the shade is quite noticeable. I mean, in the sun it feels like, oh, get me top off, get into a t-shirt quick, and then as soon as you step into the shade like I'm about to now, it's like flipping out, get the big coat on quick. So there's quite a difference between the sun and the shade, let's say that amount. But less talky, more walky. Let's carry on. so I'm just at the top end of Alcaria, and this is I'm not sure if it's a water treatment plant or it's certainly where spring water comes up and probably feeds the village. And I've just noticed that they've got this far with the high-speed Wi-Fi. So there's a big core ready to go further up towards the riding stables at the top of the road, I think. But yeah, so if you're interested, they have got high-speed broadband in central Portugal. Certainly here, anyway. To have made a bit of a friend here. Hello, hello, hello. He's a lovely dog. Hey, he's a lovely dog. Hey, he's a good guy. Hello. I got a bit of a friend, and another one here is a bit noisy. Who doesn't want to be left out? Yeah. Don't go too far from home. Oh, you got a ball there. Hey. Or it could be a lemon. What you got there? Hey? What you got there? What you got there? Hey? He wants to play. God. Here you go. Oh, I can hear somebody approaching. Hello. Are you wanting to play again? Hey? Are you wanting to play again? Hey. Ready? I've got a new friend. Unfortunately, a lot of the dogs around here are kept as guard dogs and not as pets. But I think the country of Portugal is certainly getting better at dealing with strays, and there's animal rescue places popping up. So the situation's improving, but there's still lots of guard dogs around. They seem to be friendly. Orange trees are starting to fill up. Just coming up to the church in Alvardos. And Lambusa's restaurant at the top of the hill. Excellent place if you like Portuguese cuisine. Very friendly staff in there, and I'd recommend it. The company's great and the food is nice, but it's very Portuguese. So if you've got your Western hamburger style head on, you probably stay clear of a few of the dishes in there, but the last dish I had there was a steak and it was absolutely lovely. So yeah, recommended. Right, now cutting back down towards the house. The camera doesn't do this hill any justice. It's quite a long old steep hill, but film and camera and photographs never show it as how steep it is. You can just see the road rising over there. Well, that's a very steep climb. It doesn't look like it on the video, but it is. It's a killer. But it's the only way to get, well, it's not the only way to get across. There is a longer way round the sort of further around the village, but this is the most direct route, and I suppose it's good for your heart. And don't do it for the exercise, I just do it for the views, really. Yes, so this is the house of rest, where they bring the deceased in the village, and next door to that, and totally no relation, is the local scout hut. It's a shame that COVID has prevented, kids getting out and sharing experiences like this, but they've done quite a lot of work on the building and the grounds over the summer while the lockdowns were on, so hopefully the kids will start to get the benefit of it at some stage. We have seen some cars and people down here, probably for an opening ceremony, but there's the picture of old Baden Powell on the side of the wall, and the Alcaria, the badge of the Scouts. Yeah, hopefully it will get used. It's getting a bit windy, so apologise if the wind is affecting the audio, but it's a bit of a wind funnel down this valley. So the sun will be dropping over that hill soon, and the temperature will soon drop, but it's really quite warm at the moment. I mean, I'm only wearing a very thin fleece, and I'm warm enough, so yeah. Oh, it's quite steep. It's quite a hidden valley, this, if you didn't know it was here. It's very pretty, very pretty. And I've been down the bottom of this gully many a times in my past videos, and there's water been streaming along the river down here, but we've had quite a dry season at the moment, and we have had rain but not much, and if there's not a lot of rain you won't get any water in this river at all. It's limestone around here, so it all tends to go underground, but as you can see now, nothing completely dry, but some of my previous videos will show the water flowing at quite a pace, quite deep. Yeah, so nothing at all. And now just the you can't see it properly, but there's this hill is a bit of a killer. Plod on. All you can do is head down, one foot in front of the other, and just keep going. It's quite steep. You'll hear an old man breathing very heavily soon. But I could stop and look at the views across the valley, because it's very gorgeous. But onwards and upwards, as they say. Whew. I wish there was some way of showing how steep this hill is. Whew. Little breather. I look over the valley. Why not? Well, that's just about my walk over. Hope you enjoyed the ride and finding out a little bit more of how things are going. Talk to you next time.